Hi everybody, how you going? I'm doing this because I've just discovered that my editing program, I need to buy my editing program again. It's just, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so I've had a really intense past few weeks, and that's the reason I haven't been uploading. I was actually going to do a video today, only to discover that I have to repurchase my editing program. For those of you who follow me, you don't know, I in the last few weeks I've just had one thing after another, and one of those things has been my hard drive on my computer drive. My hard drive on my computer died, and that in itself was just like, hi Red December, how you going? Beautiful. I don't even know what time it is on the other side, on any part of the world. What time is it where you are? Like, I have no idea. I just had to do this because I've just gone to edit a video and discovered that the editing program I use, I can't use at the moment because we had to reinstall it. And even though I've paid for it, I don't have. Okay, so it's in the evening. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. It's like, what time is it here? It's like 10:33 in the morning here in Brisbane, Australia. So, yeah, and so I've got to repurchase it because with everything going pear-shaped, I don't. Yeah, it is. It's so frustrating. I don't have the registration key. My wonderful email system that I had, I would put things in folders and then it would just automatically clear stuff out. So yeah, so my computer's up and running, which you can see I'm on now, again, but I've had to start from scratch with most of my programs and things like that, as you do when programs have to get reinstalled. I had to have a new version of Windows installed. So yeah, it's just been one thing after another. And I just thought, oh, great. I had nothing to do today. And I just thought, great, I'll do another video because I haven't done a video for ages because of everything going on, including losing Tiger, which in my introduction video that I just did, and I actually did it on my phone for the video I was going to do for Bali. Losing Tiger. So yeah, so it's just been a whole heap of one thing after another at the moment. So I thought the only thing I can do is come on and do a live because I know at least I can post this to YouTube. So yeah, so I just which it's going to take me a little bit to sort of work out how I'm going to pay for my updating the editing program, and it may be a good opportunity for me to actually look at maybe a new editing program. Yes, I know. Rest in peace for Tiger. Yes, I know. And I was even going to put a little thing on the video I was going to do, a photo. I downloaded a photo from Facebook and downloaded another photo of where he's sitting on my altar at home. So yeah, so it's just been one thing after another. So at the moment, I've just got a lot happening, and so I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to buy another editing program. So I've just got to, and I can't. I mean, I can do it on my phone, but all my material is actually stored on my computer here. So I can't even do it via my phone. I mean, I suppose I could send material via Messenger and do it that way, but that would be very slow and arduous, I would imagine, because it's all pre-recorded. I mean, that's the other thing. When I got the new drive and everything put in, for some unknown reason, it wouldn't recognize my camera. So what should have been, like maybe a week's worth turned into like 2.5 weeks worth, where the computer guy had my computer. So it was like, yeah. So, And of course, I can't do lives on my phone because YouTube won't let me. I think it has to do with your watch time or subscribers or some darn thing. Anyway, I can't do lives on my phone. The only way I can do lives is via my computer and my webcam. So yeah, so no, I can't get a refund because I don't have the registration key. That's the thing. I actually purchased the program, but because I don't have the registration keys, which is what you need for when you purchase a editing program, you get sent an email with the registration keys. If I had the registration key, I just have to put it in, but I don't have it. Like my computer, when my old drive and my email, it just liked to clear things out of folders, and it was like 2 years ago when I'm using VideoPad, so it was like 2 years ago, and back then I didn't have enough mouse to download stuff onto my documents, whereas now everything I get that's sort of a bit like documenty, like important that comes via my email, I automatically save everything now. I've learnt my lesson. Don't put it in a folder because it could disappear out of your email folder because it likes to clear stuff out, which is very frustrating. So now anything that comes in that is important, I just download. So it is what it is. Obviously, at this point of the time, I'm not meant to put up any videos. I mean, I've just got to, I'll work it out. So this is the next best thing. It's me doing a live just saying, hi, how are you going, everyone? I'm still here. At the moment, I just can't post videos. At least I'm laughing. Anyway, Red, how is everything in your end of the world? Has everything settled down where you are? Is life sort of getting back to some sort of normality now? That must have been really scary, having to listen to all the rioting that was going on. And yeah, thank you. It's great to see you too. It must have been really frightening listening to all because I'm imagining where you live, you were able to hear everything that was happening, like down the street. That would have been really scary, I reckon. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad. That would have been a really scary thing, though, I reckon, to have to, be amongst. Yeah, it would have been really, I think it would have been very, very scary for you to have to be in the middle of. How's your mum's dog going, by the way? Because you said that you now have your mum's dog as well. And was it Black Beauty that you lost, or was it your other puppy that you lost? Oh, yeah, that's fun, isn't it? This is just the best time to try to sell property, isn't it? Not. I don't know about over where you are, but I know in Australia the property market is not doing real well, considering, all the people that are no longer working. And yeah, I saw your video where you said you had your mother's dog. And I know you lost one of your dogs. Was it Stardust or Black Beauty that you lost? I'm so sorry. It's so heartbreaking when you lose a part of your heart, isn't it? Because they are so much part of our hearts. So, yeah, it was Black Beauty. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I know exactly how it feels. Trust me, losing Tiger, I know exactly how it feels. It's so hard when one of your animals die. I have Ella with me. Hang on, I'll be able to show you Ella. Hang on, I'm going to move the webcam, so I'll try not to make you sick, okay? And I'll just try to do this as slowly as I can. And there's the fluffy bunny there. Hang on, I'll track it out. There she is. She's sleeping. So this is my bed, and she's on my bed. If I can move it around, I'm learning to navigate these things because I quite often FaceTime with my son, and there she is. There she is. There's Ella. I quite often FaceTime with my son, and his girlfriend loves, Olga loves puppies. Ella, say hello. Say, I'm Ella. I've got her in this little jacket today because I had to wash her jacket, and it's really cute. It says, it's probably back to front, but it says, oh, don't roll over, Ella. It says, it's not easy being this cute. Ella, yeah, Ella's a dog. I don't have any cats in here at the present time. Ella sleeps with me on my bed. So she's got her own little bed. See that? And, yeah, she sleeps. I'll bring it up. Sorry, I'm just learning my art of, there we go. Go back this way. There you go. There's an aerial view of Ella. She's very cute. Bring it in. Yeah, she's very cute. She's very cute. Hey, Ella. She's I'll just turn this around back to me a little bit. Sorry. I'll try to go really slow. And put you back on. I acquired her. She was an acquisition. Jeez, this is grainy. Wow, this is so grainy. Hey, it's not very clear at all. Sorry about that. I acquired. Ah, good. And Lyric. Oh, what a cute name for a dog. Lyric. Oh, wow. That's an awesome name for a puppy dog. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Lyric. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Did you say Lyric was a Chihuahua? Is that what you said? I remember seeing a video or you posted or something. Is Lyric a Chihuahua cross of some sort? I thought I remembered seeing that you said Lyric was a Chihuahua cross. Oh, you named it 8 years ago. You have the coolest names. I tell ya. I don't know where you find the inspiration, but that is so good. She's a small dog. A Bichon. Oh, okay, Bichon and Poodle, a Bichon Poodle cross. Well, Ella is a Maltese Shih Tzu cross. I joke with everyone, and I say that she's a Maltese shit. Everybody likes that. They think that's funny. But yeah, so I have somebody else watching, but I don't know who it is. They haven't said hello yet. So yeah. Then my mother wanted dust added to star. Ah, right, Stardust. Yeah, that's really cool too. Stardust. So Stardust's name was originally Star, and then you added the dust. Oh, I think that's lovely. Oh, that's really, really lovely. Has Stardust been missing Black Beauty? Like, has she been like pining for Black Beauty now that she's crossed the Rainbow Bridge? I have to say, I don't think any of my guys have really noticed Tiger missing, to be quite honest. I mean, maybe that comes from having a few pets. I don't know. Yeah, but so that's the reason I've just come on, is just to let everybody know what's going on. I haven't forgotten everybody. I just haven't, because of one thing or another, I haven't been able to post videos. So yeah. So and yeah, and I'm glad that everybody is staying safe and is safe. Yeah, we had a bit of a scare where I work. We had some people come back from another state, and they didn't do the right thing. They lied, and they came back and they were coronavirus positive. So she was sad and didn't know what to do, and then got so happy. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad she's happy now that Lyric is with you. And, yeah, they really do companion, attach, hey. You know, I don't have Zen living with me anymore. And although Ella, I don't think Ella has kind of really noticed Zen not here as much, because Ella was here by herself for quite some time before Zen arrived at the household anyway. So I've just made a few adjustments, but Ella hasn't really been pining for Zen, even though Zen's just moved. Oh, yeah, well, I'm fine at work. Thank you for asking. Luckily, we've all been wearing PPE. Like I've always worn gloves and two sets of gloves. I have cotton gloves, and then I have the other gloves over the top because of perspiration. Where I work in retail, and I work in a self-serve area. So I immediately, when this all unfolded way back in March, I actually started wearing gloves. So I've actually been wearing gloves. I never actually wore masking because, we were told, that back in March and onwards that, it didn't do much, and there wasn't anything out in the community at that stage. It was just all stuff that, was coming in from overseas, people, return travelers and all that sort of stuff. And so most of it, there was no real community transmission. But of course now, I don't know how much you guys get news from Australia over in America, but now in Victoria, it's just a mess down there. They've had a second wave happen, and it is just an absolute mess in Victoria. They have entered stage 4 lockdown now. So there's curfews. No one can go outside, of course, without wearing a mask. It's mandatory to wear a mask down in Victoria. It has been for a few weeks now. Victoria is just in a mess. And New South Wales has a few cases now, because there were a few people that were in Victoria that came back into New South Wales, and a few of them are the COVID-19 positive. So Queensland, where I live, closed their borders yesterday, Saturday the 8th. What's the date? Yeah, Saturday the 8th at 1 a.m. in the morning. So Queensland's borders is now closed to New South Wales, Victoria, I don't know, ACT. I'm not sure about others like Northern Territory, and that I'm not sure what, but I know down south our borders are now closed. And I think they are not allowing any flights in from Melbourne anymore either, which they were still doing, which was really weird. So it's been, pretty full on. And because we had a couple of people not do the right thing, and they came back and they lied on their documentation, they were COVID positive. And they were supposed to be self-isolating, and they didn't. And, of course, went to various places. And one of those places happened to be in the shopping centre where I work. So pandemonium, as you could imagine, broke out, and lots of scared people. They set up a mobile testing centre at the centre, and it was just pandemonium. It was just, the traffic was just amazing, because people they do non-contact testing at these mobile centres, so you actually stay in your car. And they had to get traffic control. It was just a mess. And of course, we just went, where I work, we just went so quiet. It was just because people were too scared to come into the shopping centre. But we immediately started wearing masks, and everybody's getting temp checked now. And so they really ramped up the precautions that they were using. Although in saying all that, the potential for it to turn out really, really bad, it actually has done really well. I think there was only one case that happened because of these two individuals, and it was somebody that was at one of the places where they're at, and there's been no new cases. So we've done really well considering what could have been. So I'm hoping that, everything picks up again. Yeah, see, that would have been so worrying, hey. And that's the thing, that's part of the problem, that, part of the issue has been, that some people just haven't been doing the right thing, hey. They just really haven't been doing the right thing. It's like, WTF, sorry for the, I know you're not supposed to use those words. I think you can get into trouble for using those words. But it's like, what the hell, man? it's, I mean, it's not that hard to do the right thing, you know, and self quarantine. Okay, it's 2 weeks, and like there's lots of resources out there. Like you've got, you know, online shopping where, you know, you can get groceries delivered, and it's not that hard, you know, to self quarantine for 2 weeks, you know, and do the right thing. But I mean, even at work, you know, we still had people that had gone to get tested and would decide, oh, I better drop into the shops and do some shopping. No, like you're supposed to go straight home. Like, yeah, sometimes it does your head in, hey. But thankfully, you know, thankfully we've had no new cases out where I work, apart from that one person. And so as time sort of goes on forward, and there's no new cases, I think people will get the confidence. And I noticed that Thursday we picked up in the afternoon, and Friday was definitely busier again, more people. So I'm assuming this weekend would have been busier. So it's just a time factor as people get the confidence back. But and now at least like our borders, our state borders are now closed again. So which will also greatly help stem the flow of any new cases. So yeah, so it's a pretty you know, like it's a pretty scary time for everybody all around the world, you know, a very scary time until they can sort of, you know, flatten the curve on this virus and get people start getting better. And the thing is, from what I've been reading and from the information I've been given, is that this virus mutates quite rapidly. And I believe now I've been told that in some cases there's even children that have come down with the virus. So it's that, I think that's probably part of the challenge, is the fact that this virus can change and mutate so quickly. So yeah. Your work is pushing off the time when it will open. So are they opening later? Like we have, like in Melbourne, down in Melbourne, I know as part of their stage 4, the trading hours have been restricted. So they're only allowed to open between certain hours to trade. Up here, trading hours in Queensland, trading hours are normal again. So is your workplace totally closed, or are you just on restricted hours that you're like working? Oh, wow. 7 months. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So you're totally 100% closed. Yeah. We have businesses here, like that most of our businesses here are open, apart from Victoria, where it's restricted. And there's only certain businesses in Victoria that are allowed to trade, like supermarkets and essential businesses. Other than that, no. Everything's sort of usually as business as usual. Up here in Queensland, all businesses are back open again. Most are back to normal trading hours, I think. But wow, 7 months, that's a long time. I mean, we still have a lot of people that are out of work. There's still a lot of you know, anybody working for the airlines, of course. There's all those staff that are no longer working. I know the travel industry itself is very reduced. One thing that they've been doing up here in Queensland is they've been promoting, you know, traveling within Queensland, you know, traveling within our own state. I mean, Queensland has loads and loads of beautiful places, you know, people can visit. You know, it's just an amazing state. You know, we've got, you know, the Barrier Reef, and we've got Daintree, and, you know, there's Cairns, and we've got all along the coastline, and there's you know, out back, out west, you know, west parts of Queensland. So, you know, there's loads of places you can travel in Queensland. So there's been a huge tourism campaign encouraging people to you know, go on holiday within their own state. And I know that a couple of girls that I talked to at work that work at a travel agent travel centre within in the shopping centre, they've been taking bookings again for people taking holidays within Queensland, which is really nice for them because, you know, they've had a really hard time, you know, with people having to postpone holidays and cancelling holidays and people being really cranky and angry. And, you know, that I've really felt for the guys that work in the travel industry, and there's heaps of people out of work in the travel industry over here as well, you know. So, you know, there's still heaps of people that aren't working in loads of industries, in loads of non-essential industries. There's loads of people here that, you know, haven't been working. I have a friend of mine who works for an insurance company, and they've got a huge office, and they've all been working from home. We've had lots of people working from home here in Australia because, you know, companies have just gone that way because they've had to. And she was saying that she doesn't think that she'll actually physically be back in the office until next year. So, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, and a lot of office places here are doing like rotating shifts and managing numbers that way. So, you know, some people will be in the office, you know, certain days of the week, and then other people will be in the office other days of the week. So, I mean, you know, it's being managed. The whole situation is being managed, but it's a very testing time for a lot of people. Yeah, next year. Yeah, next year. Yeah, because her section is not considered a critical area. So the area that, like the department or area, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, that's like the most important is the one that has gone back into the office first. So because, I mean, it's this insurance company is a big, you know, employer of many, many people. So I do to a certain degree. I think, yes, I do to a certain degree. I think you have to be careful because I think you only in as much as you have to be careful that you don't set yourself up for failure. I work with intention. So I set an intention. You know, I set an intention and I send that out to the universe. So, you know, I will set a certain intention, and I have daily intentions that I ask for. You know, I meditate every single day. Apart from weekends, I tend to be a bit slack, but I tend to every day, Monday to Friday, before I go to work, I try to get in about 20 minutes of meditation every day. Sometimes I do, sometimes I get the full 20, sometimes I only get 10. It just depends on my time management and what's happened once I've gotten up to get ready for work, because I have, you know, cats to feed and a dog to feed, and, you know, it just depends on how my morning flows. But I actually do, I meditate every day and I set an intention. So I more work with setting intentions. I still believe that, you know, energy goes where energy flows where attention goes. Sorry, that's the saying. So I do very much believe that it's important to try to be as positive as you can. I mean, I still, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we're here to have, you know, a human experience. We at a soul level are all enlightened. We just don't realize it. We're already there. We just don't know it. We've just got all this crap, you know, on top of, you know, conditioning and all this stuff just within us here in this human form. And it's like unpacking a suitcase or layers of an onion. You know, you've got to work at it bit by bit and peel away all your conditioning and all your stuff that's happened right from the time you were born. So it's hard to, you know, being part of that human condition, I believe, is you know, trying to stay in flow and trying to stay in a place of, you know, positivity and acceptance 100% of the time is the challenge. And it's not impossible. People can do it. They definitely can do it. And there are people that do it, but they've just done a lot of work. And that's the thing. It's all about your work, your inner work. You have to do it yourself. No one else, no other outside source can do it except you. You can have people that are mentors, and you can have people that guide you and help you and give you tools and skills to be able to do that. However, at the end of the day, you're the one that has to do the work. You're the one that has to sit and delve into all your conditioning, all your, you know, all the stuff that you have, all your wounding, and delve into it, look at it, honor it, heal it, and help it to transmute. And, sometimes that can take, it's not something sometimes can happen in a session. Sometimes, that can take months or years, especially if you've been a person that's, experienced a lot of really hardcore trauma or any sort of trauma in your life, that can take time to heal all that sort of stuff that's happened to you. So there's a lot of variances in all of that. And everybody's journey is different. And I really think one of the biggest challenges is we tend to compare. And comparing yourself to somebody else is I believe, is one of the most self-destructive things you can do. And unfortunately today, I feel our societies are very much about comparing and very much about the binary judgmenting, being very judgmental about, some person, people's choices and how they choose to live their lives. And, it also depends on where we all individually are at. I follow quite a few people. I'm going to do a bit of a shout here. I follow a lady by the name of Amanda Ellis. She's a UK lady, psychic medium, and she brings through quite a few people. I really like her, and I really like the way she works. And not everybody is in a place where everybody's in a different place. We're all at different stages, and people tend to be very judgmental about where other people are and what they're able to accept and not accept. It's all our journeys are individual, and not everybody is going to be in a place where they are meant to become aware and become open and become awake in this lifetime, because that's not part of this life's journey, if that makes sense. Some people will become really awake and really open and quite aware, and others, somewhat, and some may never, and that's the thing. People tend to get on bandwagons, and I find bandwagons are very destructive. I think the key to living a happy life is also being able to accept other people as they are, regardless of whether you resonate with them. At the end of the day, the core at the end of the day is we are all human beings. We all belong to the one thing, the human race, and at the core of us, we all hold the light of love. We all hold the light of love, universal love. We all hold that. It is all within every single one of us. It's just that for some of us, it's more, you can see it more because they've done the work. For other people, it's totally buried. It's in there, but it's so buried that you just can't see it. And I watched a video very recently that Amanda put on about red pill, blue pill, and then she said violet pill, and then she did one violet pill. But in that, and it made a lot of sense to me, about people being, judgmental, and how, how, I don't know whether you've probably seen it, but there's a lot of people, carrying on with all these conspiracy theories and all this sort of stuff, and all this, dark stuff and that. The thing is, and she pointed out, and it's very confronting, and it's very, makes you sort of go, and she pointed out that, if you're a person that holds to the belief of past lives, which I do, it's not all our lifetimes have we been perfect, and this is what she said, if you think you've been perfect in every single lifetime, and in every single lifetime you have had that you have been, as she puts it, the good guy, or, you know, walked in the light, then you're fooling yourselves, because we have had, you know, lifetimes where we haven't. We have actually walked in the dark, and we actually have been the bad guy, you know, and for most of us, especially those of us that now in this, like this lifetime, you know, we work with the light, we work with the love energy, you know, we work with universal love. For most of us, that's really confronting, because I know from my personal experience, I would never intentionally want to harm another individual. You know, yeah, and I would never. The thought of physically hurting another person or doing harm to another person makes me literally feel sick. You know, like, makes me physically like murdering someone, or doing something really nasty, or intentionally causing somebody grief, like, you know, and gaslighting somebody, or doing, you know, any of those really narcissistic things that people do. And that just makes me feel really sick. Like, I would never ever consider in a million years, you know, harming, or like, no. Just no. You know, I always try to do the best I can. I'm not perfect. I mean, I do unintentionally sometimes hurt people, you know, and I just feel like, oh, okay. Sometimes, you know, things happen where it's to teach you something, and it's to teach that other person something. There's a lesson in it, and I get that, and I understand that. But, you know, it's like, yeah, I just, um, oh, Ada. Hello, Ada. I didn't know I had someone. Hello, Ada. I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. Hi, Ada. How are you? Thank you for saying hi. Red, I didn't notice it come in. Hi, Ada. Thank you for joining me. Ada, just tell me where you're from. I know Red's in America, but I don't. I'm in Australia, so you can probably tell the Aussie accent. Hey, mate, how you going? Yeah, how's it going? um, no, look, I don't know, because the thing is, from my teaching and what I've learned, is we don't remember. In this physical life, I don't have um, like memories like I do of Ella, right? You don't have those sort of memories. You can do certain things where they call past life regressions and stuff like that. Oh, hi, Ada. How are you, beautiful? Hello, darling. I have been liking your posts. Yes, I know you're in Brisbane. Sorry, I didn't know which Ada it is. Hello, beautiful. Mwah. I miss you. um, so yeah. Oh, Red, Ada's into fashion. She has a YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel, and she is into fashion, and she has an addiction to handbags. She has the most amazing handbag collection I have ever seen. Yeah, I know. I know you miss me. Maybe when all this is settled down, we can actually manage to get together and catch up, hey? Yes, you do. You have the most amazing collection of handbags. Anyway, sorry, Red. Yeah, getting back to philosophy, you know, like, I personally don't remember any past lives I've had. I mean, you can have things filter through where things can sort of, you know, come through in dreams, and sometimes in meditations, you know, you can have things filter through where you can see things. I mean, if you have healings done, and I have a wonderful, I have a, yeah, handbags. Uh, I'm just trying to remember the name of Ada. What's the name of your name of your channel? Just put it up, darling, so Red can go over and check it out. Red has a channel too. Red December has a channel as well, Ada. But just put your channel up, Red. Ada. And Red, if you want to, you can put your channel up. I don't mind that. I'm open to that. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I've had lots of healing work done by a wonderful, wonderful mentor. Yeah, Aydah Sterling. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So Red, you can go check out her channel. That's the name of it. Yours is just Red December 02, I think. Isn't it, Red? Yeah, I think that's yours. So, yeah, so I just, you know, I've had lots of healings done where I've had past life stuff come out. I have a lovely lady. She's a lovely mentor. And I go to Reiki. Usually I go to Reiki once a week, and I do psychic development once a week at this fantastic space. And occasionally I go and I get a healing done. I'm probably overdue for a healing. And, you know, yeah, thanks, Aydah. So, yeah, so, you know, during that time, sometimes past life stuff can come up. And, you know, sometimes you can, you know, when stuff comes up, you can find it. But I don't know whether, answering your question, Red, I don't know whether when, you know, you can, I mean, there's certainly the potential that you could shift for some reason. You could shift like back over to the dark side, or you could shift back over to the light side. It just depends on what your soul contract is for this lifetime too. You know, before we reincarnate, we do contracts and soul contracts and things like that, you know, of what, you know, we want to learn in this lifetime and what we want to experience in this lifetime. We still have free will. All of us still have free will. So we still make choices. But, you know, generally, you know, there's before we reincarnate, there's stuff that, you know, lessons that we've decided for whatever reason. And I know sometimes I scratch my head at some of the things that, you know, happen, you know, and you know, people that experience severe trauma, you know, I'm sure, you know, where they are now, they go, why the hell did I choose to experience that? But there was a reason, you know, there was a bigger reason behind those experiences. You know, it's like, yeah, it is really interesting. And, you know, there's lots of information out there. I mean, there's quite a good few good like Amanda Ellis. She is really good to follow. I really like her, and she quite often talks about a lot of really interesting stuff. I mean, I've learned a lot of this because I've been on, well, my life's journey has been my life journey, but my spiritual part of my life journey, I've been for about 10 or so years now. And so you know, you learn as you go along, and you learn stuff as you go along. Yeah, so it is really quite fascinating when you start sort of digging into it. But at the end of the day, it's about your personal journey. And your personal journey is going to be different to somebody else's journey. And at the end of the day, we should never judge, because what they've chosen to experience and what we've chosen to experience is entirely different. You know, and even those people that do things that we consider, and this is, you know, talking in a duality, you know, mindset, wrong, because we still see things as good and bad. And that's part of one of the videos Amanda was talking about, the duality, how, you know, the good and the bad, you know, good and evil, you know, the duality thinking, when really we as a consciousness, we actually all are one. But it's like everything, you know, you've got to have night, you've got to have day, you've got to have sunset, you've got to have sunrise, you know, you've got to have the dark, you've got to have the light, the yin and the yang. Everything has to be balanced. I mean, in nature, everything is balanced, you know. You have to have that balance. You can't have one without the other. So for both to exist, the light and the dark to exist, they have to exist for there to be balance. This is the thing. So, you know, you have to have the darkness, and you have to have the light for there to be an existence of everything in life, you know. And a lot of people find it really hard to get their head around. And it's not like I condone things that people do that harm others. I don't. I never would, and I never will. You know, I personally don't actually watch any news at all anymore. I haven't done for a long time. I mean, the only news I personally get to see now is whatever pops up on my Facebook feed. and something might catch my attention, and I might have a bit of a read. But generally, you know, I'm working away, and I'll have somebody come in, and they'll say, "Hey, did you hear about?" And I'm going, "No, what? Tell me." It's like I have no idea. I mean, seriously, you know, somebody could I don't know, like Beirut. You know, those explosions or those bombs or whatever it was that happened in Beirut in the last few days. I had no idea that had happened until probably 24 hours ago, maybe 48 hours ago, I think. I'm not even sure when it happened. I can't even tell you when that happened. You know, I tend not to follow the media. I don't like the media. The media is negative, and I will be damn honest about that. There's always negativity and scaremongering in the media. It's all fear-based. And I don't want to work with fear-based energy. You know, I want to work with love energy, not fear-based energy. There's nothing wrong with being aware, but there's a difference between being aware and fear-based energy. And there's an acronym for fear that when I feel anxious or if I'm feeling scared about something, the acronym is, and it's a great acronym, is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear stands for, false evidence appearing real. And so I recently posted a really good little thing on Facebook, and it was to do with anxiety, and it was to do, and it was really, really good, and it was to do with that you can't, it was along the lines of you can't change the past, which you can't, and you can't control, that's right, you can't control, you can't change the past, you can't control the future. All you've got is the now, and to live in the now. So it was along the lines of anxiety, it's not helpful. And I know anxiety is a condition that people suffer with. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting the seriousness of it. But I read it and I thought that really makes sense, and that can really help, because we have no control over the future. So, you know, feeling anxious about something you have no control over, it is, you know, sometimes counterproductive. And maybe that's because why people feel anxious, because they don't, you know, don't feel like they have control over it. I try to come from a place of that living in the moment and living in the now, like right this second, me talking to you, being present with me talking to you, lessens your anxiousness because you're not thinking about there. You're so present in what you're doing right in this moment. You know, and I know there's times where, you know, your mind wanders and stuff like that, and that can make you feel anxious as well. But at the end of the day, it's about being in flow too with your life and staying in flow. And part of staying in flow is actually staying in the now. And trust me, I get out of flow all the time. I mean, this, like everybody, this year has been a very interesting journey for me. And I've had lots of stuff happen this year that hasn't been associated. I'll do a candle work video again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Sorry, Red, I'm reading your comments because I'm just busy chatting. Yeah, we do. We have lessons that we need to learn, you know, even to the point that we choose who we interact with, because the people we interact with are also part of, like, if you think of being here on earth, being here in this physical plane as a great big school for our soul, and we're here to learn and to evolve as individuals, as at a soul level as well, to evolve. And people in our lives, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, people that do nasty things to us, people that do really lovely things for us, our experiences in life, they're all here to teach us something. They all happen to teach us something, or to bring something to our attention also that we need to heal. So, like, if somebody really triggers you, you know, if you feel really triggered about something, it's an opportunity to just take that step back and go, okay, so what do I need to look within myself, at myself? Why did that trigger me? What is there within me that I need to heal? So it gives you the opportunity to ask that question. And I had some really, really, really horrible dreams last night. And the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was I said to myself, I said, okay, so what is wanting to be healed? What needs attention? Like I did, I physically woke up and I sat up and I laid there and I went, okay, so I had these really like not so nice dreams. It's like, okay, so what is my conscious self, my subconscious, trying to bring to my attention for me to heal? What does it want me to look at? And I mean, it doesn't always come straight away, but because I've asked the question and I've gone, okay, what is it that you want me to heal? What is it that you want me to look at? You know, what are you trying to tell me? The answer will eventually come up. I will eventually do in meditation or whatever, eventually it will come. So, yeah, it is. Oh, you liked the candle video, did you? You liked the candle workshop. You watched that one, didn't you? I could do another one, although there's not really that much to add to it, to be quite honest. I mean, there's not really that much to add to it, in all honesty, because I sort of, that was all the stuff that I had learnt. Yeah, I linked in that video, if you go back, I actually linked another video that was a little bit even more in depth than the one I did. So if you go back and you go down into the description, I actually linked another video that was a little bit more in depth about it. I haven't done, oh, I did. When Tiger crossed the Rainbow Bridge, the only candle I had available for me was a blue candle, which was quite interesting, because blue is for healing and stuff like that. And so I burnt. Yeah. There's another. I linked another channel. I'm assuming the channel is still going. In that, where there was a little bit more about candle stuff in that. And I burnt the candle all night for Tiger. And I always do that. When anybody passes, one thing I do is when anybody passes, human or animal brother or sister, I always burn a candle that I personally know close to me. I always burn a candle for them. Always burn a candle. It's just recognition, and it just helps. It just helps them as well. And it's a remembrance thing as well, you know. But I haven't actually done any candling for a while. I mean, I do burn candles quite regularly, as in I have tea light candles. I have a Buddha. I think if you follow my Facebook page, Flying Red Fox Medicine Drumming, that's a Facebook page I have. It's a public page, Flying Red Fox Medicine Drumming. In fact, I will put that in so you can see it. I will try to type it. That's a page I have. Hang on, I'll just click down here. Just excuse me while I do this. It's called Flying. Excuse my, I'm typing. I'm not very quick. I think this is it. Yeah, Flying Red Fox Medicine drum on. Yeah, all right, good on me. I put an O in instead of an I. See, I told you I'm not great at typing. I'm a got the N. Medicine. Flying Red Fox. Hang on. famous for medicine. I should just find the link. Yeah, she would have. She would have actually helped her transition. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna actually put in the link. I'm just gonna find the link. Come on, back you go. Okay. I'm just going to get Facebook up for a minute, guys. I'll still talk to you while I do this. I'm just going to find my pages. There would have been Black Beauty. There definitely would have been a link, a really big link to that. She would have helped your mum cross transition. Definitely transition. I'm just going to copy this link for my Flying Red Fox Medicine Drumming, because I actually hang on, here we go. I'm hoping this works. I'm not too confident with doing links and stuff, hey, but I will put it in here and hopefully it works. Paste. All right, here we go. I'm hoping this works. Okay, that is my Facebook page for yeah, see, everything happens for a reason, you know, like, you know, it does. Everything happens for a reason. And she would have been there to help your mother with the transition, especially if they were very, like, you know, if your mother and Black Beauty were very close, like they had a really strong bond and connection, spiritual connection as well, most definitely Black Beauty would have been there to help her with the transitioning. Most definitely. Hang on, I'm just going to pull this curtain. So it's not so bright. Sorry, I know it's a bit light, so you can sort of see. I have my salt lamp beside me. That's why I look nice and glowy. But yeah, there would definitely have been a correlation towards it. And I mean, I haven't really had the need to. Yeah, it does, you know, and animals do. Animals are there to help people cross the rainbow bridge, you know, pets and things like that. You know, when somebody transitions, you know, they're all there waiting, you know, for that person to arrive. You know, I have no doubt about that, you know. Like Tiger, I know that Tiger is doing okay because I have people that get messages. They are connected to their deceased pets, and they get messages from their deceased pets. And I had a couple of separate people tell me that you know, Tiger was okay and he was doing good. And one of the girls I know from the group I go to, she said that she has a animal that passed, and she said, you know, he had gone to greet him and, you know, was just making sure that he was adjusting okay to, you know, life on the other side. And at the moment too, a really interesting thing too is at the moment we've just had a thing called the Lion's Gate happen. Now, I've only just really come to, this has only really come into my notice or sphere of awareness in the last 12 months. Last year, everybody was talking about the Lion's Gate, the Lion's Gate, the Lion's Gate. I'm thinking, what the hell is this Lion's Gate? Anyway, and it's just happened yesterday. So it happens on the 8th day of the 8th month, and it's where the veils between this world and the next world are very thin. And it has to do with being in Leo. And I know Amanda Ellis did a whole video on that. So if you go over and check out her video, she did a whole video and she did a meditation as well. That's one thing I will do later on today. I will actually check that out. I'm actually intend to. I've set an intention. I'm going to go and check that out. So yeah, Lionsgate happened in the last 24 hours too. So that's really interesting. So that's just something, another little thing to check out. is Lionsgate. It has to do with the 8th day, the 8th month, and Leo. And yeah, so there's plenty around to do with it too. And that's where the energy, there's a big upsurge in energy. If you're an energetic person, you feel it. Well, some people feel it. And things can happen too when things like that happen. It's like Beltane, or Halloween, as it's known as Beltane. That's when the veil between the two worlds are very thin as well during Halloween. Well, it was used to, the real name is called Beltane. And that's when people can get lots of messages and things can, it's all quite interesting to go and do, just Google, just Google Lionsgate, or just Google, Beltane, the origins of it, the significance of it. I always encourage people to do their own research. I've never a person that go, take my word for it. Please go and Google it and do your own research and check stuff out for yourself, because I think it's really, really important to check stuff out for yourself. And I do a lot of stuff. Google is my best friend. So yeah, and I'm just looking at the time here, and I have gone for nearly an hour. I cannot believe that. So I don't really want to continue, yapping on too much longer and possibly boring you guys senseless, because I know that, live videos, a lot of people don't watch live videos very often. And this video is more about, for me, saying, hey guys, I'm still here, but this is what's going on. So I think I might actually sign this video off here. Thank you for joining me, Red. It's been so great catching up with you. And also I have set an intention to watch your latest video. It keeps popping up. It keeps popping up that you've won something. So I will go and watch it. I just haven't gotten there yet. So I will go and watch it. And I think Aydah's gone, but I will probably go and check out Aydah's, and Aydah probably has some news. She has a style channel, so, she has a very unique, she has a lovely style. She's right into fashion. She loves fashion. If you want to learn about fashion and stuff, then Aydah's a go-to. She's so good at, she actually is a stylist. That is actually what she does. She just doesn't work as a stylist because it's one of those unique areas where there's not a huge demand for it. So her YouTube channel is her avenue for teaching people about styling and stuff like that. Yeah, she's got a lot of really helpful stuff on it. And she's very good at what she does. She's very, very good at what she does. She just loves fashion. Fashion is her passion. It absolutely is. And you can see it. Anyway, Red, and I have somebody else watching, so I don't know whether Aydah's come back in or not. But anyway, I am going to leave this here. Thank you for joining me. I didn't expect anybody to come on, so thank you so much, Red. I'm so, so appreciative. I'm glad I've given you a couple of things to think about. It is about how you view life. I mean, I have just recently come through a bit of a low, and I'm slowly getting back to a me point again. It'll probably take a little bit longer because I am still recovering from a life event, shall I say. I don't really want to go into it because it's a bit too personal. And when stuff happens in your life, sometimes, it can take quite a while because you have to heal, you have to move on, you have to move forward. And sometimes that can take time. So I'm going to say ta-ta for now. I'll probably end up editing this video as well, putting on the end screens and stuff like that. I don't know. Do you do that, Red? Do you go to all the trouble of putting on end screens and stuff like that when you do a live? Whenever I've done my lives, I always have. Do you actually bother to do that, putting in all those tools, or do you just leave it neat as is? What do you do? I know you film on your phone. I know you use your phone. So you don't do any of that stuff. Okay. Okay. I might just put a subscription thing on the end of this one and just leave it neat. No editing. Okay. Yeah, you don't put in cards or any of that stuff. Okay. Maybe I do it because I'm doing putting together actual, like, as in video, as in travel videos, but I might just put a subscribe thing on this one and just keep it very bland. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank both of you. I really appreciate you joining me. It's been so nice to actually talk to people and not a blank screen, because sometimes over on the comments I don't have anybody. But I really appreciate and I really, really appreciate your support, Red. Thank you so much for your constant support. I so appreciate the way you support my channel. You've got no idea how much it means to me. It really does. I'm still hanging out for that first 100. I still haven't reached my first 100 yet. It's like, anyway, maybe that has to do with how often I'm uploading or something. I don't know. I have increased it, but it'll get there when it gets there. For me, it's about the enjoyment of doing it. It's not about, becoming some huge iconic YouTuber. And like I think I said in one of my videos, it's more a historic thing for me too. It's more me creating memories for my boys, and somewhere where my boys, and if I ever have grandchildren, I think I said that in one of my introductions. Really, this is about somewhere where my family can go and as a historic thing and see me and see places that I've been and things that I've done. It's a bit like a video time capsule, if you like. It's a bit like a video time capsule for me, my YouTube channel. It's just for, who knows how long YouTube will be around and how long they're going for, because, we don't know what's going to happen in 20 years, 50 years, or even 100 years. But, I figure if I've left something for my kids to be able to go back and watch, and if I ever have grandchildren, then that makes me feel happy to know I've left some sort of mark here, or some sort of physical thing that people can see and laugh at and go, oh, look how ancient they were back then. When we look back at all the old movies and all the old footage of yesteryear, But anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you so much, Red. Thank you so much. And thank you, Aydah, if you're still with me. Thank you so much. And Aydah, if you're still with me. When this settles down a little bit more, I really want to try to catch up with you and go and have some coffee and just sit and chat, because I so miss your presence. You've got no idea how much I miss you, especially at the moment with everything going on at work. I really just miss you coming in. I really do. Okay, Red, stay safe. Thank you so much for staying with me and having this great interaction. I'm just wonderful. Okay, everybody, until next time, I'm not sure when I'll get a video up. It could be a little bit of time. Maybe I might just in between come on and do another live just to keep this channel, ticking along. But I will talk to you again soon. So Ami Tofo, everyone. Blessed be, stay safe, and much universal love to everybody. And I'll talk to you again soon. I will have a great day. I'm gonna watch your video, and I'll watch some of Aydah's, and I'm gonna watch that Lionsgate thing. So it's Sunday here. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. I'm probably gonna go and have some chocolata. I like my chocolata. I don't know. Have you guys got this? Cadbury's. I don't know. Do you get Cadbury's in America? Cadbury's caramel. I am telling you, Red, it is the best thing since sliced bread. And people have gone mad for it. I don't know if you get Cadbury's in America or not, but this stuff, oh my God, it is the bomb. It is a cross between, it is a caramel milk chocolate. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, I will talk to you again later. See you later. Bye, Red. Bye, everybody. Okay. Well, I don't know whether you can get it over in America, but if you can, try to get a hold of it, and you can try it. Okay. Bye, everybody. I don't know what's going on. It's not ending. There we go.